What's your best? This is why we have safety briefings military story. Our safety briefings always ended with, don't do anything stupid. Private Davis apparently thought that was a challenge, not a warning. We were stationed at a forward operating base where boredom was the real enemy. Davis was a mechanic who'd been complaining about his broken PlayStation for weeks. Command wouldn't authorize repairs for personal electronics, so he decided to fix it himself. Problem was, our generator put out 220 volts, and his PlayStation needed 110. Any normal person would use a voltage converter. Davis had a better idea. He'd wire it directly to the truck batteries. 12 volts is safer than 220, he explained. Basic math. What Davis didn't understand was amperage, or electrical circuits, or basic physics. But he had confidence, which is way more dangerous than ignorance. Saturday afternoon, while everyone was at chow, Davis started his project. Stripped cables from vehicle maintenance supplies, used combat knives as wire strippers, bypassed every safety feature Sony had installed. First sign of trouble was the smell, burning plastic mixed with ozone. Second sign was the smoke pouring from his tent. Third sign was Davis running out screaming, hair singed, eyebrows gone. The PlayStation had turned into a small volcano, melted plastic everywhere. His cot was on fire, tent material dripping from the ceiling like napalm. Fire suppression team arrived to find Davis trying to stomp out electrical fires with his boots, while the cables were still connected, to live batteries, in standing water from his overturned canteen. Get away from the wires! The chief screamed, tackling Davis before he electrocuted himself. Took 40 minutes to fully extinguish everything. Davis's tent was a total loss. His PlayStation looked like modern art. His eyebrows didn't grow back for 3 months. But wait, it gets worse. The cables Davis had borrowed were actually critical components for our vehicle fleet. 4 Humvees down for maintenance because their electrical systems were missing parts. Mission readiness dropped 20% because one private wanted to play video games. The investigation was thorough. How did Davis acquire military-grade electrical cable? Why wasn't sensitive equipment secured? Who authorized personal electronics modifications? Turns out Davis had convinced the supply sergeant that the cables were for morale improvements. Technically true, just incredibly stupid. His punishment was creative. 30 days of electrical safety classes, taught by the base engineer. 4 hours daily of learning about voltage, amperage, resistance, and why batteries can kill you. Davis became the most educated mechanic on base. Could recite Ohm's law backwards. Explain electrical theory better than most engineers. Still wasn't allowed near anything with a plug. The real kicker? 2 weeks after his electrical adventure, mail call brought a care package from home. Inside was a brand new voltage converter his mom had sent. Cost $12 on Amazon. Thought you might need this for your electronics, the note said. Love, Mom. Davis just stared at it, then started laughing, then crying, then laughing again until the medic got worried. From that day forward, every safety briefing included the Davis protocol. Specifically, no electrical modifications, no improvised power solutions, and definitely no using military equipment to fix video games. Command created an official form for personal electronics problems. 17 steps, 3 signatures, 2-week processing time, all because Davis couldn't wait for a voltage converter. The burned tent became a monument to stupidity. Photos were laminated and posted in every barracks. This is your brain on bad decisions. Davis finished his deployment without further incident, mostly because we removed every electrical component from his reach. He couldn't even change batteries in his flashlight without supervision. Years later, he became an electrical engineer. Says the safety classes actually inspired his career choice. Now designs power systems for military vehicles. Still won't touch a PlayStation though. Some traumas never heal. The moral of the story? Safety briefings exist because someone, somewhere, did exactly what you're thinking about doing. And it went horribly wrong, usually involving fire, explosions, or electrical burns. Davis proved that with enough creativity and complete disregard for physics, even the simplest task can become a disaster. That's why we can't have nice things. That's why every safety briefing sounds like common sense, because common sense isn't that common.